Welcome, families, to a conversation about the way that we respond to inappropriate behaviours at Springside Primary School. Over the years, we've developed a continuum of responses to behaviour at our school. We always ensure that we respond to inappropriate behaviour and mistakes that we all make, in a calm, consistent, brief, immediate, respectful, and private manner. We need to ensure that we're setting our students up for success by ensuring that they know that they can achieve success at our school. We engage them in relevant content that is appropriate for their learning progression, not way too easy or way too hard. We ensure that we use a variety of teaching and learning strategies to meet the individual needs of our students. We don't always get this right, particularly in prep when we don't know our students as well as we do as they progress throughout the school year. So we do rely heavily on feedback from our families as to how to best meet the needs of your children. We make sure that we've set up a positive environment for learning. We ensure that students receive success slips as acknowledgement for doing the right thing in a timely manner. These success slips are issued to students at the point of acknowledgement when we see those expected behaviours, those positive behaviours that align with our school values. Success slips are also uploaded on our Compass portal, so parents are notified that their child has received a success slip and the reason why. There are increments of success slips that then equate to higher acknowledgements. Once students receive 10 success slips, they are issued with a wristband. We have 3 different coloured wristbands for the different increments of acknowledgement through the success slip process. We then have lunch with the principal. When students achieve 40 success slips, they have a lunch of their choice with the principal. We make sure that we have verbal and non-verbal praise and recognition evident in our school. Not all kids like being praised in front of their peers, so it's important that we meet their acknowledgement based on their needs. Students also receive consistent and regular feedback via conferencing, not just academically, but about their pro-social behaviours. Students get explicit instruction in the area of our behavioural matrix. Part of every single school year and the commencement of every single term, we have a startup program where we explicitly teach these positive behaviours so that students are very clear as to what's expected in the classroom and outside of the classroom, in the school grounds and outside in the community. This behaviour matrix is displayed all throughout the school, in every class, every office area. So you will be able to see what our positive behaviours entail. Social and emotional skills are explicitly taught and have been for almost a decade at Springside Primary School. We ensure that students not only understand what the expected behaviours are, but they also understand how they can execute pro-social behaviours, particularly when they're challenged or faced with circumstances that they have not experienced before. And staff are continually teaching, modelling, acknowledging, correcting and practicing the values in every class, every day. In 2022, we'll be revising the following minor and major behaviours as we respond to behaviours that are inappropriate or unacceptable. We will be seeking feedback from students, parents and staff about our continuum of responses to behaviour and where we believe follow-up should be. You'll notice here we have a list of minor behaviours. I'll give you a moment to read through that list. We follow a process or a continuum when we are dealing with inappropriate behaviours. We look for prompts, so cues to give the kids to remind them about expected behaviours. We redirect or restate the expected behaviour. We reteach and make sure that we're demonstrating what the expected behaviour is. so that students can be provided with immediate feedback. Where possible, we try to offer the student a choice of two alternatives to preferred or desired behaviours, two appropriate alternatives that still meet the needs of our students. And we conference and provide restorative practice with our students when things do go wrong. Minor behaviours can often be spoken about and worked through with the student in a timely manner during lunch or recess, if not immediately. Depending on the severity of what has happened and the follow-up with the restorative, we make sure that we have teachers on duty at lunchtime and recess so that they can follow up with any inappropriate behaviours, acknowledge what has happened, work through what could have been a better option or a better choice, and ensure that there is a restorative that takes place with any students that have also been involved. Parents are notified of lunchtime and recess meetings via the Compass portal, and a phone call home quite often is very important to ensure that you are aware of what has happened and the follow-up that has taken place as a result. On the previous slide, you had a look at our minor behaviours. As mentioned, minor behaviours are often dealt with immediately or at lunch or recess, depending on the severity of the incident and the impact on oneself and others. Major behaviours often align with the Department of Education's bullying and suspension policy. These behaviours are often quite significant and can cause great risk and harm to the student themselves and those around them. I will give you a moment just to have a look through the list of major behaviours. At Springside Primary School, a major behaviour entails a staggered response. In some instances, students have an immediate behaviour reflection. As the name suggests, the child is removed immediately from the current situation where the incident has occurred. And we follow up with that child immediately to ensure that they understand what has happened and what a better choice will be. An immediate behaviour reflection ensures that there is some time for students to reset. Depending on the year level will depend on how long an immediate behaviour reflection will take place. Part of the immediate behaviour reflection is support through our welfare as well at school, ensuring that that student is not left alone to try and work out themselves what a better choice will have been, but they are actually supported in making those choices and building their capacity to display pro-social behaviours. When an incident that is a major behaviour occurs, there is an immediate phone call to parents to let them know what has taken place and the process that has been followed. We are not able to disclose what other students are involved in any incidents. We are only allowed to talk to you about your child. It is also important to note if there has been a significant incident, a major behaviour, we make sure that Dawn overlooks and checks out the students to make sure that they are physically fine. We also make sure that when an incident has happened, that the student that has been involved in the incident, all parties are okay. We need to make sure that all parties are feeling supported and all parties have a voice. Some major behaviours warrant a suspension. Suspensions can be both internal and external suspensions. Before students are able to re-enter the school, we require that parents and the students attend the school for what we call a re-entry meeting, so that we are all clear about our expectations moving forward.